time a greedy young mage, using the power of the rune stones, released a great evil upon the world. This demon, Scorn, fearing the power of the rune stones, cast them to the far reaches of the four mystical realms in hope that they will never again be assembled and used against him. No one has dared try. Until now. Gauntlet Legends.
This week on Battle of the Ports, we take a look at a reimagining of a classic. This is Gauntlet Legends, first released into the arcades in October 1998. If you've been living under a rock or just too young to know, this fantasy-themed hack-and-slash style dungeon crawl game is kind of a sequel to 1985's popular Gauntlet and 1986's Gauntlet 2, and marks the final game in a series to be produced by Atari Games. In a change to the norm, a new aspect of the Gauntlet series is established in Legends: the ability to level up the player's character as the game is played by increasing abilities through experience earned by slaying enemies and acquiring treasure. At the time, and even now, apart from some Japanese arcade races and fighters, it was unusual for an arcade game to include passwords and characters that could be saved, enabling players to play over the course of a long period. Character progression is saved through a password system. A player can progress their character to a maximum level of 99, and each of their attributes to a maximum of 999. Gauntlet Legends was eventually given an expansion called Gauntlet Dark Legacy, which featured new characters to play and new levels.
Yellow Valkyrie has gained the lesson. Collect gold to buy power-ups.
The first home port of Gauntlet Legends was to the Nintendo 64 on August 31st, 1999. This version does support up to 4 players if you have the expansion pack, but only up to 3 players when using the standard jumper pack. As to be expected, the N64 ditches the FMV intros of the arcade for some real-time scenes, which don't look bad at all. Sadly, I don't own a real Nintendo 64, so I'm having to play this game via emulation, and it's one of those games that doesn't emulate very well at all. So apologies for the missing HUD and flickering image quality. As for the port, well, it does offer a few quality of life improvements, such as the camera that actually turns now. The game also feels more responsive and has slightly better collision detection, although still not great. I do miss the arcade map scenes though. They have been replaced by a hub-like system. What's wrong with the map screen? Oh well, I guess they've added this hub area since you now need to return to the wizard after each stage if you wish to buy power-ups.
You can use magic as a shield. Use key to open doors. power and weaken Scorn's hold on the gateway, finding the cast them to the far reaches of the four mystical realms in hope that they will never again be assembled and used against him. No one has dared try. Until now.
Next up was the PlayStation version coming to us in 2000. Unlike all other versions, this port only supports up to 2 players. But you would have already expected that after booting up this game. From the piss poor video compression to a new cheap looking intro to the horrid low resolution textures and jolting camera angles to hide polygon pop-up, this port looks like a dollar store port. Not only that, but it also feels like one with its wonky controls that constantly have you pushing in a diagonal direction. The game also has less going on than the Nintendo 64 and arcade versions, probably to stop it crashing or slowing to a grinding halt. Maybe if you found the PlayStation version really cheap, it may be worth buying, but at full price, you would have been disappointed with this one.
Greedy young mage, using the power of the rune stones, released a great evil upon the world. This demon, Scorn.
Finally, we have the Dreamcast release, also coming out sometime in 2000. The Dreamcast port can be considered the ultimate version as it incorporates features from Gauntlet Legacy as well as Legends. Not only that, but it is also better playing, looking and sounding than the arcade original. It's kinda like a mix of the arcade and Nintendo 64 versions, all blended together to provide the ultimate version of Gauntlet Legends. It's an easy choice if you want to play Gauntlet Legends. The Dreamcast port is the way to go, even over the arcade original.
Has gained a level.
I like food.
And let's take a look at all those versions of Gauntlet Legend running side by side.